We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Arizona defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
To throw, it's Williams. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. The Broncos at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And this head straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To the air, Williams. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Arizona defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Williams. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll go. Here's Williams. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10. To throw once more, here's Williams. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Williams loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The tackle made by Dorian Williams.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, first down.
This is intercepted. Then he will take this down to the 10-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Josh Jacobs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's 2nd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Antonio Gibson, touchdown, Cardinals. Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cards are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Look and repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's Williams. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Johnson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Juwan Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Minshew. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They need 18 yards here on third down.
12 yards. And it's third down.
Here's Minshew. Minshew going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Malachi Starks. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the Reception in 2.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And his throw here is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Throwing is Williams. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A gain of
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready to run. Volunteer.
To throw, Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Second and 10.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 18 Rattler, 18.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Williams. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. DK Metcalf. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
28. Cardinals 7. Andy Borregales set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Watson, 75 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
That's the score. Broncos 28, Cardinals 14. Rigoberto Sanchez set to
Sanchez
kick off.
now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Kevontae Turpin, 65 yards. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 38-yard line.
Second down and inches. And the Broncos get there and take him down. That's Zach Harrison who forced his way in to drop him.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. They'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Now they'll change things up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
and he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Working out of the gun, Williams. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
so the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll set up a throw. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Roberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Right there, we can do it. Let's go, baby, let's do this.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Williams. Now a run here off the RP. Touchdown, Broncos! Kevontae Turpin as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Cardinals 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Andres Borregales is set to kick off.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
44-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
They'll set up to throw. Wilson's got it complete. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
That's good. More Cardinals first down. 2 yards on the play. First down, Cardinals.
They'll look to throw here.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
And this will be stopped at the 44. one good for 7 yards.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. To the air, Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Still on his feet.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
First down, Arizona.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Dorrance Armstrong able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now back to throw.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
2nd down.
Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Now inside the 25.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, right on the heels of the pick six. Another ball intercepted. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 12-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Shut up!
They'll drop to throw.
Quick slant to Watson.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
At the Broncos' 18-yard line.
Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver.
Back. Yeah.
Looking to throw is Williams. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Broncos 56.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Roberto Sanchez set to kick off.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Here's Williams. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
32 yards.
A gain of 32 that time.
Broncos first down.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Here we go. Ronaldo.
To throw, Williams. Now he's going to step up and run.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Josh Jacobs. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Cardinals 28.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And now here's another interception. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Ready to go.
Throwing is Williams. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this one is incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
19, Tiger, 19.
He'll look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Ready to hunt. Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Short throw, hauled in by Kelsey. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Ready to hunt.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon. and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Travis Kelce, his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Broncos add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth.
77, Cardinals 28.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. Anthony Gold now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brings up second and 7.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. It's brought in by Harris. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. To throw, it's Williams. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Charles are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And this is incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They'll go. Here's Williams. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's Minshew.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Malachi Starks across midfield.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's good.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't want this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
To the air, Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.